So I said I was going to do a video regarding the current talks about CBT changes for UK motorcycle licensing in 2026 moving forward. The talks themselves started on the 7th of January, so apologies I'm a bit late putting this video up, and they run until the 31st of March. I'll post a link below so that you can have your say, or so that you can follow it if it's something of interest to you. And I said I'd do a video talking about the rough changes, so I've digested most of the information now, and in essence most of the upcoming changes are definitely focused on CBT. There doesn't seem to be a lot of change for Mod 1s, Mod 2s, etc, etc. It does seem to be focusing heavily around your early licensing and riding on an L plate. So in essence, the changes for instructors will be that they will need retraining, because obviously the laws and the rules are going to change around how to obtain your CBT. But the biggest key point for CBT users now is that currently a CBT lasts for 2 years, and after those 2 years you can return back to the test centre or the training centre and you can resit your CBT, obtain another certificate for 2 years, and in essence it means that you can ride the rest of your life on L plates on a low capacity bike, whether that be an automatic or a geared 125 if you're over the age of 17. The big changes coming in will see that after your 2 years are up, you'll no longer be able to just reset your CBT and carry on riding. The changes may come in that you have to wait a year before you can retake your CBT, or 2 years depending on how the talks go. It also means that if you take your CBT on a automatic, so on a rev and go machine, that you're stuck riding a rev and go machine. You won't be able to just think, oh well, I'm good on that now, I'm just going to get on a geared bike. You'll have to take more training to ride a geared machine. So those are two of the main changes. Some of the other changes focus around CBT certification. So at the moment, when you finish your CBT, they tell you you've passed. They issue you a paper certificate that says you've passed, and you can then ride on that certificate for a number of years. That may change. It'll be a digital certificate, so everything will be held in a database, which kind of makes sense, because then that means that ANPR cameras will be able to pick people up that are riding around without their certificate. I'm sure the database exists anyway, but yeah, so those are the main changes. The other changes that they're looking at implementing are around your A1, A2. So if you currently ride around on an A1 licence and you want to increase that licence, at the moment it means theory test and it means a practical test. That may change, and the options may be there to actually just complete a training course to increase your licence to the next level, and the same if you're going A2 and above and so on. So I think those are in essence the main changes that we're actually looking at. Other changes sit around on a CBT there's a mandatory 2 hours on-road training, and currently that training doesn't have a break in between. It's just 2 hours on-road to see if you meet the standard. New change may be coming in that says you'll do a 1 hour training session. You'll then be made to sit a 30 minutes where you will talk with your instructor. You'll digest what's been said, and you'll have another hour, so it'll be still 2 hours, but it'll be broken up by a 30-minute break and refresh. And I think that's mainly about it. So not massive changes, but the big thing here really is if you are a delivery rider and you use a 125 machine on L plates to make your living, this could have massive implications for you, because once you finish your CBT, once your CBT has expired after the 2 years, you have one of two options. You either have to wait a long period of time before you can refresh it, or you have to take a motorcycle test. Otherwise you will be banned from riding for a year or 2 years, depending on what the government says is going to be the new norm. So big changes there. Be interesting to hear anybody's thoughts on what they think the impact of that will be. If you've now got probably hundreds of thousands of riders that ride for Deliveroo, Just Eat, etc., that after 2 years have now got to take a test or can't work. It's very, very interesting. But as mentioned at the start, this is all to do with safety. It's all to do with making sure that when people first start riding motorcycles, they've got the best possible level of training available to them to ensure that they're as safe as possible. What are your thoughts? Comment it down below. Does this affect you? Do you not care? Most of my audience, I would imagine, are probably already riding around on full motorcycle licenses, and this means nothing. But some of you may have children that want to take up riding. Some of you may be directly affected by the 2-year time limit. Yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think. But yeah, all links down below. Hope you like the content, and thanks for watching, guys.